America is known as one of the largest and most diverse countries in the world. With millions of tourists pouring in each and every year, the country has a reputation for incredible attractions that draw in people from all walks of life. With so much to see, it might be hard for a tourist to decide which places are the best bang for their buck per se, so stick around as we cover the top 10 places to visit in the United States. Before we dive into the video, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. Or don't and not be cool. Number 10. New York City. One of the most visited cities in the world and a city that truly never sleeps, the Big Apple is the most popular city in America, and for first-time visitors, it can be a bit intimidating. New Yorkers are known for their brash attitudes along with fast-moving, hectic lifestyles. The traffic is ridiculous, and walking on the sidewalks is like navigating your way through a concert crowd. Walking around, you can see famous buildings and places that have been featured in major movies and films, such as the Empire State Building and the Statue of Liberty. With all the stores to shop at, shows to see, and food to eat, it's likely that you need more than a few days to take full advantage of this incredible city and all it has to offer. Number 9. Boston. While we're still on the East Coast of America, it would be a sin to not include one of the oldest and historically rich cities that it has to offer. Founded back in 1630 by colonists from England, this city was home to Paul Revere, who made the famous Midnight Ride. When visiting Boston, tourists can follow the Freedom Trail, which leads you around to some of the city's most famous and historic sites, making navigation a breeze as to soak up all of that history. Standing on the oceanfront of the Atlantic, Boston is very unique with its modern skyscrapers built right alongside some of the oldest buildings that America has to offer. When your appetite persists, you can head straight to the famous Quincy Market for a huge array of foods, sure to please even the pickiest of eaters. So, if you're interested in American history and traveling to somewhere new, Boston is a great place to visit. Number 8. Washington, D.C. We suppose that if you're already on the East Coast, you might consider visiting the nation's capital. In DC, there's always something open for tourists to see, no matter the time of year. Taking a trip to see the White House can quickly lead into a days-long adventure in which visitors might see the Capitol Building, the Lincoln Memorial, or even the Smithsonian Museum. The spring brings the Cherry Blossom Festival when all the trees are in full bloom, turning the city into a beautiful array of color, with fall bringing cooler and more comfortable weather to explore in. If you're big into visiting countries' capitals, then DC should be on your list, and we promise it won't disappoint. Number 7. Colorado's Rocky Mountains. Head on out to the Midwest of the United States and you'll find all kinds of amazing cities and places to visit. Colorado is home to the incredible Rocky Mountains and some of the best skiing and snowboarding slopes in the world. If you love the outdoors and adventure, this is one of the best places to visit, with loads of small mountain towns that have unlimited activities to enjoy. Old mining towns and scenic roads can be visited, such as Silverton and Ouray, which have a long history in the state. During the summer months, hiking, mountain biking, and river rafting are a few adventures to be had, along with visiting some of the state's many waterfalls. Denver, Boulder, and Aspen are some of the most popular destinations, with amazing views and incredible communities that might make you wish to make them your permanent home. The state of Colorado is a staple of America, and we're sure after you visited, you'd love it as much as famous singer-songwriter John Denver, who used to call the state home. Number 6. Yosemite National Park. Another must-see if the outdoors call your name, Yosemite is part of America's first 5 national parks and to some, the best national park the US has to offer. Established in 1890, Yosemite Valley is an absolutely stunning environment with dramatic waterfalls hundreds of feet tall to the soaring cliff walls of Half Dome and El Capitan. Brave individuals come to the park every year to climb the insane near 4,800-foot face of Half Dome and the 3,000-foot wall of El Capitan. It would literally take weeks to see all that the park has to offer, but it is recommended that you see the big ticket items. Visiting the waterfalls, walking amongst the giant sequoias, and camping out underneath the stars are but a few of the main attractions. Yosemite is truly a breathtaking park and should be on the bucket list of any adventurous traveler who enjoys being surrounded by nature in all of its grace. Number 5. Los Angeles. The Golden State of California is one of the most weather-friendly environments the United States has to offer. Besides the hectic traffic, LA is an amazing city with endless activities to enjoy. If you're a movie buff, then visiting Hollywood, where some of the world's most famous actors have created your favorite movies, is a must, along with a walk down the famous Hollywood Walk of Fame. Spending a day at Universal Studios is an exciting take of the film culture and, of course, the thrilling rides the theme park has to offer. If the beach is your thing, then a trip to Santa Monica or Venice Beach will definitely satisfy your needs, and sunsets with the pier and view are incredible. Don't forget that when in Hollywood, to take the hike to see the world-famous Hollywood sign up close and personal. The nightlife of LA is fabulous, the people are warm and welcoming, and the retail stores are second to none. You may find yourself at the end of your trip wanting to make LA your permanent home from its incredible charm. Number 4. Las Vegas. Known as both the city of sin and the neon capital of the world, this desert city is one location strongly recommended to visit. As they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and that allure, along with the thrill of gambling, is what brings Vegas millions of visitors each and every year. Driving down the main strip at night is like no other place on earth. Neon signs and outlines of every color imaginable burst into the night sky, making the city seem like it's truly a living entity. The resorts here are astonishing, with luxury relaxation being the main focus. But as we all know, when in Vegas, you have to do a little gambling, and two of the best casinos to visit are Caesars Palace and the Cosmopolitan, both of which double as 5-star hotel resorts. Las Vegas is a very exciting and thrilling city where seemingly anything goes, so if you're into this type of scene, make sure to stop along the way. Number 3. Grand Canyon. One of the most visited places in America, the Grand Canyon draws in people from all over the world to gaze into its incredible abyss and endless horizon. Visiting the southern rim is the most popular and where most of the pictures online originate from. Carved out by millions of years of water flow from the Rockies, the rivers that run through the canyon created one of the most incredible formations on Earth. If you're adventurous and a little daring, tours of the canyon can be had on multi-day whitewater rafting trips that really allow you to take in the scenery. There is even a train ride that can be purchased which takes you through the canyon. So if you're willing to bear the dry heat of Arizona, we recommend you take the time and visit this great natural wonder. Number 2. Utah's National Parks. Another wonder of America, Utah's national parks are definitely worth exploring. Arches Natural Park draws in loads of people who are fascinated by the massive weathered arches that number over 2,000. The park is also known for its rock spires, petrified dunes, and being a top mountain biking location in America. Head to Zion National Park to see some of the most incredible slot canyons in the world. These canyons, some 1,000 feet deep, have been washed smooth with gorgeous water lines beaten into them from flash floods over millions of years and captivate all who enter. It's worth noting that arguably the most beautiful slot canyon on Earth is the Antelope Canyon, which spans 6.5 miles long and is only accessible by a Navajo guided tour as it is sacred to the native peoples. It is highly recommended that Utah's national parks, at the very least, make it onto your US bucket list locations as you won't be disappointed. Number 1. Waikiki. The tropical paradise of Hawaii is home to 1.4 million people who treasure living in such a picture-perfect place. Waikiki is known for being one of the most desired beach vacation resorts in the state. It's famous for its beach breaks that make the area a surfer's paradise. When in Waikiki, don't miss Turtle Beach, where green sea turtles come to shore and hang out. Trying the local foods and visiting the shops in the area to see local crafts are a must for a true experience. If you're a movie buff, you can take a 122-mile boat ride to see the island of Kauai, which is the location where Jurassic Park was filmed. Just make sure to stay out of the tall grass. Waikiki is definitely a place to visit if you love tropical climates and golden sand beaches, so if that sounds appealing to you, we urge you to venture out and visit the beautiful chain islands of Hawaii. If you enjoyed the video, like, share, and comment down below which place you would visit and why.